Hello and welcome to Thought Provoking Tech. I'm Zach, and in today's episode of Compute, I will be testing the brand new LiquidSky 2.0. This will mainly just be an introduction to what LiquidSky 2.0 is, going over boarding groups and things like that, and so on and so forth. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so essentially what it is doing right now upon just start launching, it is testing the local hardware, essentially the graphical rendering and the decoding to be able to play back the video to kind of get a benchmark and a nice starting point for where your quality settings will be for your computer. I actually have a pretty good gaming computer locally, so that part of it's not that bad. The biggest thing on my end will be the internet. Because my main primary connection is a 10 megabit down, half megabit up, which is quite horrible. So that's going to be my main cutting off point. And while I'm at home, I don't really plan on using LiquidSky much. I do use it for work as a render computer because rendering is very CPU heavy in Inventor. They don't have a GPU option in their Inventor Studio. So it is very CPU heavy, and I don't like... If I'm doing renders, it pretty much maxes out my CPU. So I use LiquidSky for work purposes as a render engine. And for home, I just use it as a very powerful mobile computer. Rather than have to invest in a super expensive gaming PC, I can invest in a little bit lower end computer that can do most of the things I want, about 75% of the things I want. And then the other 25% I fill in with LiquidSky. So I'm going to go ahead and migrate my account. All right, so I've just entered all of the data. I've created my username and so on and so forth. And now it is doing a ping test. That was quite quick. It ran through a ping test. I can go ahead and do that again real quick while I'm talking. But it's going to run through all the different servers. So as you can see, there's Tokyo, Japan, Hong Kong, one in Italy, one in Dallas, Texas. There's San Jose, California, Washington, D.C., one in Sydney, Australia, one in Brazil. So you can kind of see all the ones that it's pinging. It's got a horrible ping there for a second on the Dallas one, but my ping's been averaging around 30 to 38 to 40, around that range for the Dallas, Texas server. It is the closest one physically to me, so that's the one I expected to be put into, and as I expected, that's where I got dropped. And like I've said, it's pretty much gotten between 30 and 40 for a second there. It showed a much higher number, but then it instantly dropped down to 38 on that last test. So I don't know what all that was about. So I'm now ready to migrate or move on into the next step. All right, so they just sent me an email to confirm. I've done that now, and now it's saying I've completely successfully migrated. So there's a little bit of information based on kind of the new changes. For instance, all my Sky credits have been multiplied by 60 because now one Sky credit equals 1 minute of access as opposed to 60 minutes. So essentially a pure bump up. I used to have 360 Sky credits, which would have been 360 hours at the minimum range. Now I have 21,600. So I have a nice little pool built up here simply because I haven't really used LiquidSky for about a month and a half as I've been waiting for the new version. Did some testing for gaming purposes. There was still that little stutter every once in a while, which made games like Overwatch and the pretty much the games I'm playing right now when I do play games not really too usable. And for home purposes, I don't do a lot of rendering or anything like that at home, so I didn't have a ton of use cases for LiquidSky. And a while ago, there is a billing error on their part, and my LiquidSky computer got deleted. And I didn't feel like resetting everything up for about a month because they wiped everything or ended everything on the 7th. And now it's the 24th, and we're finally getting to the new version of LiquidSky. So let's go ahead and log in. All right, so I've now migrated my account, and I'm now in the user interface. So the very first thing is you can see a lot of the stuff isn't fully there. I haven't purchased the account, so you can see that I'm still in a boarding group. The numbers and stuff, I don't know what exactly they mean. If they start at A, B, and go from AB to ACAD, and I'm already way back to DL36. I know I have seen a couple people at DL01. I did see someone that had a C number at the first, so it probably is that. So I'm pretty far down the line if I was going to wait for the free plan. But I do plan on purchasing access in a little while. But I'm just going to go through some very first thoughts on the user interface now that I've completed my migration. So you can see right here, I can hit the earn Sky Credits now. It doesn't seem to be working right now. When I was off camera, when this first popped up, I wasn't recording, but I did watch an ad, and I got 20 Sky Credits for watching the ad. So if I do plan on playing on the low tier, that would actually be 20 minutes of gaming for about 45 seconds of my time. That's a pretty good return on the value in that regard. So it seems like the Sky Credits is going to be pretty good. I'm assuming right now the system is just waiting, is on a timeout basis, because they did talk about having like an algorithm that will only let you watch ads every so often, so you couldn't just like binge watch ads and get your 180 up to 180 Sky Credits a day. And you are not guaranteed 180 Sky Credits. I just want to make that clear. You can get up to 180 in a given day. So right now you can see my Sky Credit total, which is from the conversion process. And beyond that, I would have a library and the stores here, but it's nice to see that they do have a bunch of built-in stores. So they have Windows, so you can have that same Windows experience built in that you had in the original LiquidSky. That's where I spend most of my time. I don't really want to utilize the other things as much, but it does have Chrome, Battle.net, Steam, Origin, and Uplay. So some of the big guys out there, we'd like to see some of the smaller guys be implemented, like Good Old Games. I think they have a client now, just to kind of give everybody that's out there an equal chance to even get new people that there might be a lot of new people that haven't been able to purchase games in the past, now being able to spend a little more money on games now, simply because their computing hardware is quite cheaper or possibly even free if they're on enough to watch enough ads to get stockpile credits for maybe just a weekend. Maybe they just play on the weekends and watch ads through the week and get be able to game for 9-10 hours on the weekend. Possibly that's a very viable option, it looks like, depending on how the ad thing actually works. Going to the Sky Lounge, it's completely non-existent. So something's been coming soon. There were some delays with getting just this up where we are right now. So this was supposed to launch on the 7th. It is now the 24th. When I'm recording this, the 9 p.m. at the 24th. So it's already late into the 24th. So this part right here is supposed to launch. So coming soon. I wouldn't count on that coming too soon. But it seems to be a pretty cool possible beginnings of their social network type thing. It kind of seems like they might be working on the very early iterations of like Xbox Live type service with like friends list possibly in the future. Just kind of my gut feeling of what it looks like they're kind of doing maybe. And there is possibly going to be games that will be paid for by advertisers. Another way to earn your advertising credits for that day. So they did mention that I believe that was in the CES live stream, or that could have been in the February update live stream. But I didn't have a video on both of those. So if you're interested in more of that information, some of the information has changed, so just keep that in mind. And then there's the Sky Store. I'm just going to go ahead and do a whole video on the payment methods, and so that's just its own little self-contained thing for people that are only interested in that aren't as die-hard, LiquidSky fans and want to see all the new stuff for those that are just interested in LiquidSky in general. So that's pretty much it. The new user interface is pretty slick. Looks good. I'm looking forward to what the future of LiquidSky will hold. So I'm going to get ready to go do some information on the payment plans and get a video going on that too. And then I'm going to hopefully purchase the access plan. I've seen the people on the forums having issues with this, so hopefully I can get that done and made. I tried doing it earlier and I couldn't get it to pass through. Looks like they're having some issues with their payment plan right now. But I will try to get that done so I can start doing my actual test. I hope to have some of those videos coming out when we're doing numerous different benchmarks. So if you're interested in a benchmark for any game, mention it. If I have it, I'll definitely test it. If I don't have it, I will consider buying it if it looks like something I might possibly enjoy. But no promises on that. If I will reply to your comments though on games that I do have, and I will let you know that I will definitely put that on my list to test. The more people that comment on a certain game, I move it higher into priority based on the list of what I own and what people are kind of asking for, and kind of base that on there. So only one person asks for X game, then I might review and benchmark game Y, which has like 5 people asking for benchmarks on it. So if you are interested in any future benchmarks in any games, just mention that and I will make sure I get around to it if it's in my reign of abilities. So thanks for watching, guys. If you liked this video, make sure you liked it. If you're interested in if you have friends that are interested in LiquidSky, please share this video with them to get more people kind of aware of LiquidSky and what the future could possibly hold. And once again, if you're interested in all the content coming up from Thought Provoking Tech, there's going to be a lot of cloud computing related stuff with the Compute web series. A lot of stuff on LiquidSky in general with the new launch of 2.0. It's a massive update for LiquidSky. So I will have a lot of content, pretty much redoing all my previous content with 1.0. Going to be doing benchmarks, latency test, and a bunch of other tests and analysis of the new LiquidSky 2.0 to see how it performs against the original and what the future of LiquidSky might hold. So please subscribe to stay tuned for all that stuff. And if you are really liking the content that I'm making and producing with Thought Provoking Tech, please consider going to my Patreon account, which will be linked below. I have different plans for anywhere from $1 to $3. That's kind of the two of the entry level ones. The $1 one gets you a little bit behind the scenes stuff. I'm just starting out with Patreon. I kind of had one a while ago, but I'm just starting to get really serious about it. But I do have a $3 plan for early access, and now that LiquidSky 2.0 is out, I will be kind of ramping up video production, hopefully, to the best of my ability, and hopefully we'll have some early access content on the my Patreon platform. So if you're interested in that, head over there and consider supporting my Patreon. So once again, guys, thanks for watching. I do enjoy making these videos. I hope they're informative. I hope you learn a little bit about LiquidSky through these. I hope they're also entertaining a little bit. Hopefully you both enjoy it and learn. That's kind of the goal of my videos, to entertain and teach at the same time. So hopefully I'm achieving that. If I am, just give me a thumbs up. That's just pretty encouraging to see all the big thumbs up when I get from the fans and people that watch my videos. So once again, guys, thanks for watching, and until next time, Zach out.